My dear students, I welcome you all for exercise 4.3. Of course, we are doing only solving the quadratic equations right now. We are not doing any of the word problems. Okay, now we are going to proceed with this, where actually we are supposed to find the roots of the following quadratic equation if they exist. Of course, they all exist by the method of completing the square. Completing the square method. See, my dear students, this completing the square method, what we are actually intended to do is that whatever quadratic equation is given to us of whatever form, usually it is of ax square plus bx plus c. This is the general form of the quadratic equation. We have to convert this. Now this can be plus or this can be minus. Actually in general form we write plus always, but sometimes it can be minus b over here. Whatever this is, we have to convert it to the form of x square plus or minus 2xy plus y square is equal to whatever here it is. C will go on the other side. We have to convert it into this expansion form because we now know that after this we can write it in the form of x plus minus whatever the sign is over here, y the whole square is equal to c. This is what we are saying, that we are reaching it to the completing square method. We have converted this into a form of complete square. That's why this method is called as completing square method, because we have completing the square. This is the general form which has got converted to this method. How do we do that? See, there are 4 questions that we have got over here, and I am sure that by the time we have finished with the 4 questions, we will be able to understand how we are doing that. Okay, there is a procedure over here. See, exercise 4.3, question number 1, and then of course question number 1, 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. So my dear students, if I have to convert this to the form of whole square, what form do I have to convert it to? See, I will have to convert this because this is in the form of minus sign of the middle term. So I can convert this to the expansion of x square minus 2xy plus y square. This is the form I will be able to convert it, just because there is a minus sign over here. I can either convert to x square minus 2xy plus y square or x square plus 2xy plus y square. Are you getting my point? See, there are 2 forms, either x plus y the whole square, which will be equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square, or it is x minus y the whole square, where it is x square minus 2xy plus y square. These are the 2 expansion formulas I have got. No other expansion formula. Whether I will be converting to x plus y the whole square or x minus y the whole square will be decided by this sign, and that will be given in the question. If the second term is negative, I will have to convert it to this. If the second term is positive, I will have to convert it to this. So at present the second term is negative, that I will have to convert it to this. So this is what I have, my decision is made. Now what I have to do is that when I am converting it to this form, first I should take care of x square. For that I will make the coefficient of x square as 1. Now the coefficient is 2. I want this 2 to become to 1. Whatever is this coefficient, I should divide the whole equation by. That coefficient, whatever it is. Now it is 2, so I will divide throughout by 2. That means, what is the meaning of dividing throughout by 2? There are 3 terms. All these 3 terms I will divide by 2 and also the right hand side. So this will go, and what do I get is x square minus 7 upon 2 x plus 3 upon 2 is equal to 0. See, now first term is set. Now I have to take care of the third term. For that, actually, see here, so whatever was the first term, I converted it to x square, first term square. But for the third term, I will not do that. For third term, what I should do is that I will remove this constant from here. I will convert it on the other side. I will shift it on the other side. And I will discover a new third term. This will be my first equation. Now, my dear students, see what I am doing. See my steps I am telling. First, I have to decide whether I will be converting to x plus y the whole square or x minus y the whole square. That will be decided by the sign of the middle term. Then I will convert the coefficient of x square to 1 by dividing the whole equation by the existing coefficient. If there is no coefficient over here, that means coefficient is 1 already, then I don't have to go through this step. I can directly go to the next step. Okay. Third, what I will do is that whatever is the existing third coefficient, third term, I will shift it on the other side, because now I want to set my third term square. The existing constant I will shift on the other side, and I will go to discover a new third term. What is the new third term? Half of coefficient of x and whole square of this. This is going to be my new third term. Remember, this is my formula. Half of coefficient of x the whole square, which is equal to, what is the coefficient of x? Minus 7 upon 2. Now here no cancellation possible. This will become plus minus 2 to the 4 the whole square. Now because this is square, the negative square of a negative number also is positive. I will not find the squares. I will leave them as it is. See, this is my new third term. And this 7 upon 4 the whole square, I will add on both the sides of equation 2. Are you getting? This is my step 4. I have discovered a new third term. This I will add on adding. What will I add? This 7 upon 4 the whole square on both sides of equation. What is equation 1? This is equation 1. I am copying over here. X square minus 7 upon 2 x is equal to minus 3 by 2. I will be adding 7 upon 4 whole square on both the sides, plus 7 upon 4 whole square plus 7 upon 4. Okay, my dear students, now it is an important step. What you should do now, see, this you can now frame. Your x square is present. This is your x, and your y is basically under the square 7 upon 4. X, this sign minus, and this whatever is under the square y. Remember, whatever is under the square, that you are taking, the base of the squares you are taking, base of the squares, and the sign is the sign of the second term, whole square. So in this case, what it is, x is under the square minus, and here we have got 7 upon 4 the whole square. This is the case of our example. What I did, I took x from here minus and the base of this third term 7 upon 4 the whole square. I will ignore this, expand this and write over there. I will expand this and write over there. What is the expansion of this? x minus 7 upon 4 the whole square, the expansion is x square minus 2 will come from outside into x into 7 upon 4 plus 7 upon 4 the whole square. This is the expansion. Next, right hand side you have to solve. Minus 3 upon 2 plus 7 7 the 49, 4 4 the 16. Now my dear students, see, you have set this, but this should automatically get set. If I solve this middle term, what will I get? 2 2 are 4, 7x upon 2, 7x upon 2 आ गया बराबर से. This should go and match over there. This middle term, you should not do anything. If you solve this middle term, you should get the above middle term. This happens, that means this expansion or this whole complete square of yours is right. So in this place now I can write this x minus 7 upon 4 the whole square. In this I too should continue to solve. Sorry, multiply by 8 over here, multiply by 8 over here, minus 24 plus 49 upon 16. Fine. 8 to the 16. Fine. Now this is x minus 7 upon 4 the whole square. This I will have to solve. 5 sign of the greater number plus 25 upon 16. Fine. This is, as I told you, we have reached over here. We have completed the square. So we have completed the square, that means we have applied the method of completing square properly. Now we have to solve this to get the value of x, because basically we are going to find the roots of this quadratic equation. To find the roots of this quadratic equation, we will have to solve this. For that we have to get rid of this square first. To get rid of the square, I will have to take square root of both the sides, taking what do we get? This is so now what happens, this radical and square both will go, what will stay is x minus 7 upon 4. Square root of 25 is plus or minus 5, 16 is 4. So x minus 7 upon 4 is equal to plus minus 5 upon 4. This is what you have got. That means what? X minus, either it is equal to 5 upon 4 or minus 5 upon 4. Now we have to solve this. So this will be x is equal to so we have got the roots. The roots are 3 and 1 upon 2 are the roots. Okay, my dear students, see, by the time I complete this exercise, you will definitely be master of this method. What is the next one? 2x square. Okay, how many series of steps we had to go through? Where is that? Again, is it gone? No. 1 2 3 4 5, maybe 5. Let us proceed with that. So now this case, if you will see, this will be converted to what? Because this is a plus sign in middle, we will be converting it to x square plus 2xy plus, this is always plus, so that this will get converted to x plus y the whole square. Yes, my dear students, one thing is there, I forgot to write over here. We have to write this. When we write this and write whole square over here, since a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square, this we have to write. This identity, if we don't write, then again we may lose our marks. So this is what, by this identity this will be getting converted. Now because the second term is plus, that's why I am going to convert it to plus. Of course, first I have to set my first term ka square. For that I will have to divide by the coefficient. The coefficient again is 2. So I will write over here dividing what do we get? This is the equation 2x square. I will divide this by 2, I will divide this by 2, I will divide this by 2, and also I will divide this by 2. This is gone, I will get x square. So this is done, and now second I will have to discover this new third term. For this the constant should be shifted on the other side. So what I will do is x square plus, okay, now this is my first equation. Why? Because now I am going to discover the new third term. The new third term is basically half of coefficient of x the whole square. What is the coefficient of x? Half, plus half. No, this is not it. Don't go to solve this. 1 upon 4 the whole square. This is going to be the new third term, because we want it in the form of a square. That's why we are not going to solve that square. So we will write over here adding, what are you going to add? 1 upon 4 what do we get? This is equation 1. I am going to add 1 upon 4 the whole square. Fine, this is done. So now if I go to solve this, no, this will solve, but this what you will do? I told you, we have added also, and now we are going to the fourth term, that is, this will be converted to the form of, this is your x, whatever is under the square, plus, what is the base of the third term? 1 upon 4 the whole square. This I will expand and write it over here. So if I go to expand this, I can hide this because I don't require this. When I expand this, what do I write over here? X square plus 2 will come from outside into first term into second term plus second term square is equal to 2 plus 1 upon 60. Fine. Now this is 1 over here. Now you should counter check this. X square is x square, plus is plus. If I go to solve this, 2 2s are 4, 1 upon 2x is right, this 1 upon 4 whole square is there. That means this my square is right. X plus 1 upon 4 the whole square is equal to this. I will have to 16 to the 32 plus 1 upon 13. This is what I have got. X plus 1 upon 4 the whole square is equal to 33 upon 16. This is, I have completed the square. Now because I have completed the square, I will go to solve this. I will proceed to solve this. For that I will have to take square root of left hand side, take square root of right hand side. Now when I take this square root, this square and square root both will go. Root 33 square root is not there, so it will stay as root 33 upon 4. These are the two values. Either it is going to be positive 33 upon 4, or it is going to be sorry these are the roots. So we can write therefore root 33 minus 1 upon 4, or minus root 33 minus 1 upon 4 Fine. So now we can go to the next question. The next question is third one. 4x square plus 4 root 3x plus 3 is equal to 0. Don't get bothered about the middle term. It is going to take care of itself. You have to take care of the steps. This will be getting converted to what? To definitely a square plus 2ab plus this. So first I will set the a square. For that I will have to divide throughout by 4. Four will get cancelled. This also 4 will get cancelled. So what stays is x square plus root 3x plus 3 upon 4 is equal to 0. Now next is what you have to discuss. This is set. Now we have to think about the new third term. For that, the existing constant should be shifted on the other side. This is going to be my equation number 1. Now when I go to discover new third term is going to be half of coefficient of x the whole square, that is half of coefficient of x is root 3. This will be root 3 upon 2 the whole square. Okay, so this is your new third term. For that you will tell adding. This is always adding, my dear students. Adding what? Root 3 upon 4 upon 2. Root 3 upon 2 the whole square. This is your equation 1. I'll add over here and also over here. Fine. So now my next step is this. See, I have to convert this. My a is what? X. This is my plus, and what is the b? Root 3 upon 2. This is my number actually, my dear students. So now I will have to expand this and write it down. When I go to expand this, it will be x square plus 2 into x into root 3 upon 2 plus, if I solve this, if I take the square, root 3 square will be only 3 upon 4, right? Square of root 3, that means the radical and square both go, whatever is under the radical that stays. Now if I consider this, if I go to solve this part, middle term, see, left term will be same and third term also will be same. The middle term, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, root 3x, it is proper. That means this what I have used, x plus root 3 upon 2 the whole square is perfect. But here minus 3 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4 both get cancelled is equal to 0. So this completing the square is complete. We have completed the square, and now what do we get? Root and radical both will go. Here also you are taking a root, but root of 0 is 0. So when I complete it over here, I will get x is equal to only 1 will be there. So basically this is going to be only one root, but actually see, actually speaking, this is not there, but you have to consider this, because actually there is a reason behind this. You will have to write two roots, minimum two roots. They are same roots, but then you have to write two roots. Okay, my dear students. So with this We go to question number 4. 2x square plus x plus 4. Two x square plus x plus 4 is equal to 0. Same thing now. By now I think you all must be familiar with what is happening. I will now divide by the coefficient of x square. What do we by 2? Divide this by 2, divide this by 2, divide this by 2, and also divide this by 2. What do I get? X square plus half x. So my first term is set. Now thinking about the third term, but this is constant, this I have to shift on the other side. This is going to be my first equation. Now I have to find the new third term, which is actually by formula half of coefficient of x the whole square. That will be half of coefficient of x is half square of that. This will be 1 upon 4 square. I will not solve the square. Now I will just tell adding what do we get? This is equation 1. I am writing over here x square. I am adding on the left hand side, on right hand side. So this is my now expansion of what? First term is x, sign of this is plus, this is 1 upon 4 the whole square. If I expand this, I will get x square plus 2 into x into is equal to minus 2 plus 1 upon 16. So now if I solve this, 2 2s are 4, half x, right, that means this is my proper middle term, proper complete square. This if I will solve, minus 32 plus 1. Oh, this is not going to be having any roots, my dear students. This is not going to have any roots. See why I am telling you. This is there. This will become what? X plus. If I solve this, minus 33 upon 16. This is what we are, minus 31. Minus plus minus. So sign of the greater number negative. This is important. See this basically now you have completed the square on the left hand side. If you go to solve it now, what do we get? Taking square root of now the problem is this is a non-real number because square root of negative number is not possible. Square root of negative number is not possible since square root of a negative number is not a real number. It is not existing number. It is not a real number. Therefore, the roots of given quadratic equation don't exist. Only one question they have given like this, who doesn't have a root. See, remember, whenever we get a negative value of a square, completing the square on the right hand side you have got a negative value, then the roots will not be existing, because simply because we will not be able to find a real number. The square root of a negative number is not possible, my dear students. Okay, so with this we have finished question number 1. And question number 2 is basically again the same questions, but we have to do by other method, that is sorry, formula method. So we will come back to this later. Question number 3, I should actually complete it now itself, but let me see, I'll complete it. Find the roots of the following equation. And here they have not told you actually to do it by which method, whether to do it by completing the square method or by what method. If they have not stated anything of that sort, then you can use any method. Okay, so here we go. First one is, and they have given x is not equal to 0, means this is not 0, forget. Now what first thing we should do is that always get rid of the denominator, whatever is the denominator. So you will do multiplying okay, so multiplying throughout by x, oh not 3, what am I doing, x, whatever is the denominator x, so I multiply throughout by x, so x minus 1 upon x is equal to 3. So here I will multiply the first term by x, multiply the second term by x, and also multiply this right hand side by x. So here this will get cancelled, I will get x square minus 1 is equal to 3x. This I shift over here, I will get x square minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now here if I think about getting it by the splitting the middle term or factorization method, it will not be possible, because this is 1 ones are 1. If I get product is 1, the product 1 is always multiplied by 1 ones are 1 only, and then I will not be able to get 3 over here. So I will be able to employ completing the square method over here, or maybe even formula method over here, but we have not done with the formula method, so we will use completing the square method. For completing the square method, first I have to set my first term ka square, which is already set. Now going to the third term, minus 1 should be shifted on the other side, x square. I hope you all are getting what I am telling now. And then this is my first equation. Then I will go to discover my new third term, half of coefficient of x the whole square will be, what is the coefficient of x? Minus 3. This will give me minus 3 upon, but minus 3 upon 2 the whole square is nothing but 3 upon 2 the whole square, just because square of a negative number is also is positive. So I am getting 3 upon 2 the whole square. This I will be adding. What do we get? This is the right equation, plus 3 upon 2 the whole square plus 3 upon 2 the whole square. So now if I go to expand this, this is basically going to be my first term is x minus second term is 3 upon 2 the whole square. So I will now expand this and write it over there, x minus 3 upon 2 the whole square, x square minus 2 into x into 3 upon 2 plus 3 upon 2 the whole square on the right hand side, 1 plus 9 upon 4. Fine. So now if I solve this, 2 is cancelled, 3x, that means the split is right. X minus 3 upon 2 the whole square is equal to 4 ones are 4 plus 9, 13 upon 4. Here actually I have not written everywhere, my dear students. You have to write over here a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to a minus b the whole square. This is needed. In previous questions also I have not written, but you have to write this. So this, when I will go to solve now, so what I'll get, plus minus root 13 upon 4 का square root is 2. So this will become minus 3 upon 2 shifts on the other side. These are the roots. They have asked us to do what? Where is that? Where? Find the roots, that's all. So therefore of given quadratic equation. Okay, my dear students, so with this we have finished question number 3rd. First question, na? Yes. Second question also I will try to finish, because they are going in the same fashion, that's why. 1 upon x plus 4 minus 1 upon x minus 7 is equal to 11 upon 30. Here they have given x is not equal to minus 4, 7. There has to be some reason behind this. See, when we have to solve this, so we have to solve this. We will have to just do the cross multiplication. This will cross multiply x minus 7 minus this will multiply x plus 4 upon this will also multiply x plus 4 into x minus 7 is equal to 11 upon 30. When I open this, I will get x minus 7 minus x minus 4. I will have to open this. This will become x square minus 7x plus 4x plus minus 4 7 the 28 is equal to still 11 upon 30. Here x and minus x will go. Minus 7 minus 4 will be minus 11. Right? Here minus 7x plus 4x minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 11 upon 30. Now we can do one thing, because 11 is there, I can shift this 11 on the other side. I will get minus 1 upon x square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 11 upon 11 into 30. Are you getting this 11 I shifted over here, minus I kept over there, 11 is gone. So what I get is minus 1 upon now I cross multiply this, I will get 31 this will cross multiply. Now bringing this x square, this goes plus 30. Okay, so this I think you will be able to get it in the form of factorization method, because 1 2s are 2 is the product, 2 1s are 2, minus sign over here, so this will also give a minus sign, this also get minus sign, minus 2 minus 1, and if I multiply this I will get plus 2. I am doing everything at one go, which I have taught you in a series of steps. By now if you have understood them, then you will be able to develop this. And then here I will get x square minus 2x, but I will take x square minus 1x minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then I'll get x is a common factor over here, x minus 1. 2 has gone outside, so this sign will change. These are the roots. So with this we have finished question number 1. Question number 2 is remaining because that is by formula method, and we have also finished question number 3. See, once we bring this to general form, you can solve it by any method, whether you use it. But of course, factorization method, sometimes it is not possible. Factorization method, when the splitting of the middle term is not possible, you can't help. But completing the square method and formula method are near about universal method. If the roots are existing, then definitely you will be able to find them by formula method and by completing the square method. So you can use them over there, here, as I used in the second case when I solved it. This is all algebra, my dear student. This is all algebra. This has got nothing to do with the chapter of quadratic equation. You have to multiply, cross multiply, solve it, and then take common factor, or just shift 11 over there on the other side. This is plain algebra that we are going through. It is only when you reach over here, then from here quadratic equation starts. And that also is a very simple quadratic equation where we have to factorize, split the middle term and solve it. Okay, my dear student, so with this we have completed next exercise. Next lecture I will try to finish up with formula method. Then the fourth question exercise is something different. Find the nature of the roots of the following. Okay, this is different. This is entirely a different episode that we will be going through afterwards. Okay, my dear student, so with this I finished today's lecture. I hope you all have understood this. Take care, my dear students. Stay home, stay safe, and most important, stay happy. Okay, my dear students. See you all. Bye. Love you all.